Welcome to MeMe's Kitchen. Well, March has certainly been true to form. It came in like a lamb, but it is going out like a lion. Because I'm going to tell you, this past weekend, we had wind that you couldn't believe. Sometimes you could hardly walk against it. So, that's just part of it, y'all. And so, March is moving on out. We're headed toward April. And so, we know those April showers will bring May flowers. So, we're looking forward to that. Y'all, yesterday was so wonderful. We had a multi-generational worship service where our youth and our children joined the adult choir, and it was just a wonderful time. But the most wonderful thing that happened yesterday, you know Ken, my son, that had the heart transplant. Well, he went to Charlotte today a week ago, and they gave him permission to come eat with the family on Sunday. Well, that was a wonderful time. So he was here yesterday, and his wife, Teresa, and they were here for lunch just like normal. So it was just a very happy occasion all the way around, and we certainly enjoyed it. Today we are going to be making a coconut cream pie. Now this will be something that will be wonderful for Easter. And we're starting to think about that now because Easter is April the 17th. And so that's coming up pretty fast. So we need to start thinking about some things that we can use for our Easter lunch. So in my cookbook, Sunday Lunch at MeMe's, on page 83, right at the top, coconut cream pie. And y'all, it's so easy. And even you young cooks that don't have much experience, y'all, you can do this. Because you use a frozen pie crust, then we're going to make the filling for the pie. And it's super easy. So here we go. All right, the first thing that we're going to put in is 1/4 cup of cornstarch. So we'll put that in. And 1/2 cup of sugar. Put that in. Okay? And we're just going to kind of mix those together. We'll sit them here and let them kind of get acquainted with one another while we mix our next. Okay? Alright, I have already prepared our egg yolks. So this is 4 egg yolks. And we're going to put this in our bowl.
I'm going to come around.
Y'all, we're trying to work with the sunlight because it's different now that the time has changed. All right, and this is 2 cups of 50/50. Now, y'all, I just used just the store brand, which that is from Walmart. So we're going to whisk these together. And get them all mixed up, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add them right here with these other ingredients. So now we're going to whisk all that together, and then we're going to put our eye on that's really about 6, because this will scorch pretty easily. And so you don't want your eye too high because you'll scorch this mixture. So we are going to let this come to a boil, and we will be right back. Okay, y'all, it's been exactly 10 minutes with that down on medium. I have been stirring this, and see how thick this is now? So it's getting ready to boil. So as soon as it starts bubbling, well, you see it's already bubbling. And you have to be careful because it will stick to the bottom. So we're going to put, let's clear that. All right, 1 minute. And at this point, usually I just go ahead and cut my eye off, because the eye will continue to be hot, unless of course you've got gas. So All right, so we keep that. And while that's doing, we're going to put 3 tablespoons of butter. Whoop. All right, we don't have to measure this. A teaspoon of vanilla. All right, we're going to start mixing those together. Let that butter melt in there. See how nice and thick that is? Oh my goodness. Y'all, it smells good. Of course, anytime you put vanilla in something and butter, you know it's going to smell good. So we've got our 1 minute coming up. All right, we'll set that off right there. And we're going to add 1 cup of Baker's coconut. Now I want to show you this package. It's called Baker's sweetened coconut. Now y'all, there's a lot of brands out there. And I can't believe it. This used to come in a can. You could buy a can or the bag. And you can buy some of the store brands of coconut. But I'm going to tell you, it's dry. I haven't seen one yet that is nice and moist. So we're going to put the coconut in there. We're going to stir that in. And all you need to do is just be sure that all your coconut is stirred in. All right. Now, we'll sit this out. That's going to have to sit for 30 minutes. And now I want to show you something. Just leave it right there, KK. Okay, this is plastic wrap. And what you do is you just push it right down in your pot. Let it touch your pudding. That keeps a film from forming on top of your mixture here, so that when you get ready to put it in your pie crust, it's going to not have, you know, that film on the top of it. I have already baked 1 frozen pie crust, and you can make your own. That's fine. If you're one of those that makes pie crust, that's fine. Or you can use the refrigerated pie crust, but I just use the frozen. And today I'm using Mrs. Smith because that is all I could find in the grocery store. And so, and it's good. It's a good brand. So we're going to let this cool now for 30 minutes. And then we'll be back and get this put in the pie shell and then show you just what we'll do next. Okay, our timer is up. It has been 30 minutes. So now I just wanted you to see in here, this is why we put the plastic wrap on it. But see, when we take that off, then we don't have any kind of film on top of our pie filling. And y'all, oh my goodness, this smells good. Now it is still hot, so you go see in those instructions. Well, now what we do is we take this and we're going to put it in the refrigerator. So let's spread it out evenly here. Get it. Y'all, this will make you so proud if you fix this for Easter and take it. And now I sat my tin pan in one of my regular pie plates, and that's just for presentation. And you could take it just in your tin pan, or you could actually take the pie crust and put it in your regular pie plate and then put the filling in. So now we're going to put the film wrap on top of this. Y'all see my junk drawer. Okay. So that fits nice and tight over there. And then I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. and leave it for at least an hour before I start putting the whipped topping on it. So we'll show you then what that is like. So we'll be back in a while. Okay, this pie has been in the refrigerator now for about an hour. You want it completely cool before you start putting your whipped topping on it. Now, if you're making this like the day before, you can actually wait till you're taking it to serve it to put your whipped topping on it. But I'm going to go ahead and show you so that you can see what it's going to look like with the whipped topping on it. And you want plenty on there. So I'm going to use this. This is an 8-ounce container here of whipped topping. And I use the Walmart brand, which I like. I think it's very good. And we just go put this all the way around. Let it cover all those edges. Okay, so just swirl it on there with your spoon. Make it pretty. All right. Now, my coconut. What I did with this coconut is I dyed it green because I figure if this is going to be something we're talking about using for Easter, then we want to make it look like Easter. So we just go sprinkle this coconut right here on top of it. And I'm sure most of you know how to dye your coconut. You just put it in your bowl, put just like one or two drops. Now, not much, just 1 or 2 drops. And just keep stirring it until all of your coconut is green. Now, you can also toast your coconut and put on top, but you have to be very careful toasting coconut in the oven because it'll burn very quickly. And so don't set a very high temperature. Probably 250 degrees would be enough. Just put it in a little, just a pie pan will be fine. And just stick it in the oven. Watch it very closely because it'll get real crispy. You could use the broiler if you wanted to, but you'd need to stand right there and watch every minute of it because it will it'll burn fast. But this is good for Easter because it kind of looks like grass on top of it. So we just thought that would be pretty. Now, for those of you who have been asking, we do have my cookbook still in stock. And so order it. It's right there. It's available and we ship them out very quickly. And so if you have any questions about it, go to my page, MeMe's Recipes, ask whatever you would like and we'll do our best to answer it. Now just a little side tip. Kayleen wanted me to show you this. Y'all, I get this at Walmart, and it's called the Great Value brand. And I'm going to tell you, it is wonderful. It fits right in my drawer there, but you just pull it out like that and slide this across. All right, we're going to go ahead and put this on top of our pie.
Life-changing.
Very loosely. Kayleen says it is life-changing because it sticks so good to your dish. And you don't have to worry about it coming off. And if you do it loose, see, you've not mashed down the top of your pie at all. So that will be ready to go. Now that's going tomorrow night to a meeting. So I like to tell you what I'm doing with my food. This time of year, it's a little hard to cook for my family on Monday because everybody has different schedules. They've got spring things going on. They've got spring sports. Everybody's still finishing up school, finishing up exams, getting, ready for Easter holidays and all of that. So Kayleen has a meeting tomorrow night with some of the women from her church. And so this is what they will be getting tomorrow night. And the name of the group is called Flourish. Last week I sent another coconut pie, different from this one, to another group that my granddaughter is in. So we just spread our food all over the church. Everybody gets to taste it, and so it's just a great thing. It is something that we enjoy doing. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. Enjoy this beautiful weather. It's still just a little bit cool and a little bit windy, but hey, that's okay. Spring is in full bloom here. Everything is coming up, including the weeds. In fact, they're coming up twice as fast as flowers. And so that's going to be a project within itself. I hope you have a good rest of the week, a good rest of the evening, and everybody shine for Jesus.